Hey, I'm Steve Eulis, and we are here at Ashland High School for Iron Chef 2010. And we are going to find out which three of these teams, yes, you heard it, this year in 2010, there will be three teams competing to find out which chef will reign supreme. Team 1 would be headed up by Michael Tempesta from the high school, the principal of the high school, who will be serving a porchetta, as he did last year. And we will have Stephen Baroni from the middle school, who will be serving a chicken Saltimbocca. And the new entry this year is Fran Blake, leading on the school committee team, which is going to be serving a beef roulade, which is stuffed with asparagus and roasted red peppers and some cheese and all kinds of goodness, which we're going to find out later. So again, Steve Eulis, Iron Chef 2010 from Ashland High School.
Yep. Look at that.
All right. So we're here with Chef Tempesta, our Principal Tempesta, for those of you that know him. And you're working on your porchetta. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, I just started cutting them up, taking them out of the oven. They've been in for about 2 hours. And basically, porchetta is just Italian pork roast. Take a pork shoulder, deboned. And also, I want to put in a plug for the guys over at Market Basket. They take Eric over there, takes care of us every year, gives us a great price, takes the bone out. And so once the bone is out, we spice it with coarse black pepper, fennel, whole garlic cloves that you see, and roll it up tight, and then you bake it.
Awesome. And I tell you, for those of you that when you taste it tonight, or for those of you that are watching this on television, the smell, the aroma, it's amazing. The amount of flavor that just penetrates that meat, it just really, and you can see that nice fat cap on the outside, so all that richness just roasts right inside of that pork butt. It's awesome. Awesome. All right, Michael, well, good luck, and we'll be back to taste the final product.
All right, great.
All right, so now we've got the new team, the school committee team, leaded up by Fran and, of course, Mark, right? And you got, I'm sorry?
Right.
Right, okay. So Mark and Fran, you guys have put together this team, and today we are serving a beef roulade that looks absolutely incredible. Tell me what's inside of it.
There is a layer of a Swiss cheese, a little prosciutto,
Prosciutto. Oh, nice.
some blanched asparagus,
Nice.
some roasted red peppers,
Nice.
some special seasoning.
Special seasoning, Mark.
We
Okay.
baste it with tomato paste to begin with.
Yes. And then I can see we got this nice sear
Right,
right on the outside of that, and we're going to cook that in the oven.
right.
And a nice
With
sauce.
a little burgundy sauce.
A little burgundy sauce. And what is this right here?
This is a sampler for
Oh,
the.
this is a sample for me to try out?
Yes.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm going to tell you how this is. All right?
Might be hot. It's a plank stick. Might be tough.
Ah, amazing. Great flavor. It'll be better when I have some more of that sauce on it.
Oh.
All right.
Perhaps some asparagus too.
Yeah, and a little asparagus and the Swiss cheese and the prosciutto, but it was really, really good. Great flavor. Okay, so tell me how you've been working on this all night long. Tell me about the crew. Tell me about the team.
We've been going since yesterday. We made our sausage yesterday, prepped all our meat yesterday,
Yep.
and then we've been working feverishly to get it all
So
wrapped and rolled.
so who's part of this team besides you and Mark?
The
Well,
ladies, got the ladies over there.
We got the ladies. Well, we'll go over and see the ladies.
Okay.
We've got a team of how many?
There'll be a team of 6 of us.
Nice.
Ann Doggin, the superintendent, will be
nice.
a server. Pat Callan, who is secretary for the school committee, she'll be a server.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I'm looking to see the new team's cuisine reign supreme over these other two veterans.
And we're going to serve this over a bed of rice pilaf.
Over a better rice pilaf. Nice. All right. So we all know that Frank can cook because we've seen him out there with the Lions Club, right? Flipping burgers and stuff. So we're all there for you, buddy. I'm rooting for
Thank you.
All right. Good job, Mark. All right. All right. So this is a true grassroots fundraiser, and we've got this, as you all know, for the school. So we have 2 great volunteers. Tell me who you 2 are.
I'm Justine Pitt
Pitt
and Bryn Pitt,
and Bryn Pitt. So we understand that they're sisters. And what are you guys working on over here?
stacking butter.
Stacking butter. Have you had any restaurant experience before?
Not.
No. So how
not
old are
very
you?
much. 13.
So I guess in a couple of years you can come work at Fireflies, right? Since you've got the stacking of butter down, right? What do you think? Do you like doing this? Your mom does a lot of good things, doesn't she? Well, ladies, thank you very much. Go back to stacking butter, all right? All right, so we're back here with Steve Baroni, and he is going to explain to us what he is serving tonight to try to defend his title from last year?
Well, Steve, I feel more pressure on me this year. Last year was real low key, but this year, after winning last year, there's a little bit more pressure. Anyways, I'm making a chicken saltimbocca, which is I'm doing a sautéed chicken breast, topping it with prosciutto ham, fresh mozzarella cheese, fresh sage, and spinach. And I made a nice sherry cream sauce that's going to have roasted shallots and shiitake mushrooms. And for sides, I've got roasted potatoes with fresh rosemary and a medley of roasted fresh vegetables.
Well, I tell you that menu sounds absolutely amazing. Now I've talked to Tempesta.
Yeah.
I've talked to Blake over the Fran, right?
Yeah.
And understand now. Not only do you have Tempesta shooting for you, but you have another team going for it again today. So it's two trying to knock you off your throne.
Well, we'll do the best we can. That's all I can say.
The menu sounds great. I look forward to trying it, and I know the judges will. And it's a great thing that you do, and I thank you for doing this for the kids. All right, so I have, the brawn behind the Baroni team, all right? And I have these four wonderful ladies that have volunteered their time. They're going to tell us who they are. Now, I know a couple of them, but I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm Stephanie Silverman, 4th grade teacher.
At
Mendez.
Lori Osowski, music teacher at Mendez.
Gretchen Herrick, the nurse at Mendez.
Beverly Curtin, the kindergarten coordinator at Pitaway.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you very much for volunteering your time. What do you think of this event? Which of you four ladies did this last year?
I did.
You did? Do you think this year is going to be bigger and better than last year? I don't know how much better it can get in Baroni winning this year.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The food was outstanding.
Well, right now we got Mike cutting up some porchetta. We just finished boiling off our penne pasta and got it sauced up and put in the warmers. Right now I'm covering the porchetta and putting that in the warmer also. We're starting to run out of room. Things are getting a little frantic back there.
So last year, we don't want to talk about it, but we realized that Tempesta was defeated by Baroni. This year, we have another contender by the school committee team, Fran Blake heading that up.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are of Tempesta pulling it off this year?
Geez, I don't know. When you add in that extra variable, it really gets interesting quick.
It really does.
You know?
So we are here at Iron Chef 2010, and we're going to talk to Ann and Pat, and they're going to tell us about some exciting things that are going on this year in the schools.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say we're very, very happy and excited to be here this evening. Last year, the Iron Chef was highly successful. And I can tell you when I came, it was standing room only. We couldn't even get a seat. That's how busy and crowded it was. This year, we're very, very excited because we're going to be behind the serving lines. We're representing the school committee. So go school committee. We're counting on you. The monies raised last year, a significant amount of the monies went right back into the schools. It was helping funds such as this year. We just recently had Teen Truth Live. That was an anti-bullying presentation at the middle school at a cost of about $2,000 to bring this presenter in. Highly moving, highly motivating. They were also able to give some funding to our schools to be able to assist with purchasing some handwriting without tears materials. So we're very, very fortunate to have a very active PTO and then run fun events such as this for us as well. So we're really looking forward to being here this evening.
Well, and I thank you. This event has really turned out to be a success. This is our second year, of course. We do raise a lot of money, as we said, and we have a lot of fun. So if you don't come this year, make sure that when you watch this show, you are here next year, because it really is a whole collaboration with everyone chipping in. As we talked about earlier, we have 3 teams this year competing. We have Michael Tempesta's team from the high school, Stephen Baroni's team, and then Fran Blake is heading up the school committee team, which you guys are all part of, which is just a wonderful thing. Well, I want to thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you
We're
very
looking
much.
forward to being here
seeing you.
tonight.
Pat, you want to add anything to that?
Vote for the steak.
Vote for the steak. All right, you heard it. All right, a little bit of well, we will talk about that later. Thanks, ladies. All right, we'll see you later. Okay, so I am here with Allison Morey. She is part of the PTO. And Allison, you're going to tell me about this event and all of the wonderful things that the PTO does for the kids in the town of Ashland.
Sure. This is the second Iron Chef event here in Ashland. Last year was a great event, and hopefully this year will be even better. The PTO has, for a number of years, provided a number of important enhancements to the children at school. Every year we fund enrichment events that come into the classrooms. This year we just funded a Teen Truth Live program at the middle school, Mr. and Mrs. Fish at the Warren School, and numerous other events aimed at basically all the grades. In addition to that, we use our funding to have endowments. We pay for the music program at the kindergarten. We've bought whiteboards at the Mendez School. Paid for the McCullough field trip at the middle school. Various other events. And so, if we don't have events like this that are supported by the town, all those programs would have to stop.
Well, it's a wonderful thing, and it's amazing how everyone is just so involved and how much they're giving to this event. I know that, me being involved with this last year, it was a great success. This year looks like it's going to be even bigger and better. So it's just my hats off to you and everyone else that is part of the school committee in the PTO and makes this thing happen. And the cool thing about it is this year is that not only do we have the two principals competing against each other, but we also have the school committee team headed up by Fran Blake. So it looks to be an exciting night and a great evening, something to do in the early spring for everyone to enjoy.
And hopefully we can continue year after year.
That's the key. So for those of you that aren't here this year, make sure that you listen and understand what we're doing, and it's all for the kids and the schools. So come on down and support what we do, and I thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Look forward to enjoy the dinner.
Thank
all
you.
All right. Bye-bye. And we can get Ashland 2010 Iron Chef underway. These chefs have been back there cooking all day long. We'll talk about the exciting cuisine that they've been whipping up. Here we go. We're going to start off with this very, very classy panel of judges, I might add, right? So we're going to start down here with the chief. The chief was here last year. You all know Scott Romer. Scott is a current police chief and a long resident of Ashland. He's lived here his entire life. Some of the highlights of his career as a police officer include judging the pie contest at Ashland Day, serving spaghetti dinners to the senior citizens. His favorite foods include chicken parmesan, ice cream at Tasty Treat and Dairy Queen, I'm assuming, anything with tomato sauce or chocolate on it. He's married to his wife Stephanie and has 4 children, all of whom have inherited his fondness for chocolate. And of course, one of his favorite items is the chicken and rib combo at Fireflies. Is that correct, Chief?
That is very true. Yes, it is indeed.
Well, I want to thank you very much for being here tonight, and you enjoy doing this kind of thing because I know you enjoy food.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here tonight, and the best part of Ashland is the people of Ashland. So we're looking forward to a fun night and having some good treats.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. The next judge that we have is Kelly Rund. Kelly is a lifelong Ashland resident also. She graduated from Ashland High School in 1996, was a member of the 1996 softball team, the first softball team to win the state championship. In what position did you play? She was the catcher. Awesome. She has been the recreation director in Ashland for the past 8 years. Prior to that position, she worked at ARC for 7 summers, the extended day program, and at the Pitaway School. And she is an extremely picky eater. Whoa, that bodes tough for tonight. So the chefs will have to work hard to find something that will get her approval. And don't forget, registration is now open for all summer camps. Is that correct, Kelly?
Yes, we've got summer camp starting the week after school gets out, and we go right up to the week that school begins.
Thank you, Kelly. First time here this year, correct? Oh, yeah. All right, as a judge. Next, we have the captain himself, Scott Boothby. Scott, all right. Scott has been married for 20 years. Hey, I've been married for 19 last week. Good job. Has a 17-year-old daughter and has lived in Ashland for 15 years. He started in fire services when he was 16 years old with the Southborough Fire Department. He went on to receive a degree in fire sciences, now Captain Operations Officer, Training Officer, and Assistant Emergency Management Director for the Ashland Fire Department. And we want to thank Scott for his 23 years of service in our town. Scott, it is great to have you as a judge. Are you excited about this evening's cuisine?
Absolutely. Thanks, Steve. It's actually be a nice thing to be able to sit down and eat without getting interrupted tonight.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Scott, thank you. And I guarantee you're going to have some great food. So warm up those taste buds. Next, we have Kara Terrell. Kara graduated from Ashland High School and has lived here her entire life and is married with 2 young children. As director of Ashland's Youth and Family Services, as well as psychiatric emergency services, she runs the local food pantry and keeps family in need in Ashland well fed. She has lots of close family in Ashland and surrounding area. While she cooks dinner for the family most every night, Kara enjoys dining out locally and in Boston when she can. So where do you enjoy dining out, Kara?
Fireflies.
Good answer, good answer. All right, woo! All right, there's nowhere else besides Fireflies that you like?
I have a girls' night out coming up, and we're going to Market in Boston. So
Awesome. Well, Kara, I can't thank you enough for being here and being a judge and doing all the wonderful things that you do in Ashland. Would you like to give a shout out to anyone or say anything about tonight's festivities that you're excited about?
I'm really excited to taste all the food and to see who's the best. And I'd like to thank my husband for coming with me and eating probably half the food here.
Awesome. All right, well, there you go. Thank you, Kara. Next, we have the representative himself, Tom Santa Kondo. Let me tell you about Tom. Tom is our state rep. He has been serving in Ashland and Framingham since 2004, focusing on education, special education, senior issues, healthcare, and environmental issues. Tom grew up in Framingham, where he developed his strong work ethic while working at the family market on Waverly Street. Wasn't that the place for those famous chickens, right? I know that was TJ's.
We had homemade sauce.
Oh, homemade sauce. All right, okay. All right. Metro West Medical Center, Chalk Ambulance, and Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Tom lives in Ashland with his wife, Mary Ann, and has 4 kids. Word has it that Tom loves to cook, but even more than cooking, he loves to eat a good meal, don't we all? Awesome. Well, Tom, I thank you so much for all the things that you do, and I know you've been fighting at the State House for some of those very important issues that mean so, that hit us right in the pocketbook, and I thank you, and it's great to have you here tonight.
It's great to be here. I'm glad so many people came out today. It's so important for Ashland schools to see this kind of community sport. This is what community sport. I guess eating is a sport. But to see this many people come out to the community, this is what makes Ashland great. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, Tom, thank you very much. And the last judge, but not the least, a true legend in Ashland for anyone that wants to enjoy a fine breakfast, is Mark McKay. Has been the owner of and the chef of Sunnyside Cafe for 8 years. He lives in Ashland with his family and is a very generous supporter of the children in our town. A self-described meat and potato kind of guy, Mark enjoys the frequent local restaurants when he's not slaying away in his kitchen at the Sunnyside. And I know everyone loves it, and he's just a great guy, and thanks for all that you do, Mark. Thanks for being a judge.
Thanks for having me.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to tonight? I mean, last year, we know that Chef Baroni walked away with the title. Now, tonight, there's 2 teams competing. You know that. We have Michael Tempesta and then a school committee team, which is headed up by Fran Blake, which is taking on to try to win the championship this year of Iron Chef. Did you know about that?
I did.
And who do you think's going to win this year? Any gut feeling?
No gut.
All right, he's going safe. He's playing Switzerland. All right. So you've met our judges. We thank you very much, judges. We now have to put a shout out to the wonderful sponsors in Ashland, all of the business people here in Ashland that have done so much for the community and have made this night possible. They have all donated money prior to this event to help us pay for all of the food so that, so that all of the money can go directly to the PTO and the kids. We want to thank Purple Ink Insurance Company, Power Tune, Ashland Animal Hospital, Fitzy's Car Wash, Tom's Auto Body, Knowledge Point, Lunker's Bait Shop, Jamie Oil, Ashland Mini Storage, Backstage Dance. Of course, come and see their spring student performance on Sunday, May 2nd. A1 Auto and Mr. Handyman. So thank you to all those sponsors. If everyone could give them a quick little round of applause, We thank you very much. All right. And of course, again, another little round of applause for these great judges, although they are going to be eating very well before you are, so just blow them a kiss and say thank you. All right. Next, what's going to happen? Let's talk about what's going to happen tonight. These people have been back here all night long, the chef, the team. They all have their teams back there that have been slaving over these hot stoves all night long, working in the ovens. And tonight, I will tell you, the menu consists of some really exciting items. The main entrees that will be served, I will not get into the sides, but I will tell you that the champion of last year's 2009 Iron Chef, Stephen Baroni, is going to be making an authentic chicken saltimbocca. And for those of you that don't know what chicken saltimbocca is, it is a chicken breast that is going to have prosciutto and some cheese and some fresh sage. And he's got a nice sherry cream sauce going over the top of that, and it looks amazing. And then we have Michael Tempesta, who is making a porchetta, which is a pork shoulder that has been stuffed with fennel and garlic and black pepper and spices and roasted low and slow and sliced up, and it's full of flavor, and it is amazing. And then Fran Blake with the school committee team will be serving a beef roulade, which is a flank steak, which has been stuffed with a blanched asparagus, roasted red peppers, smoked cheese, prosciutto. It looks amazing. I had a bite of that earlier, and it looks amazing. So there's going to be some accompanying sides that are going to go along with that, and you are going to enjoy that. So what's going to happen next is they now are preparing their plates for the judges. The food will come out to the judges. The judges will then try the food. I will then walk around and get their feedback on these items, and then they will have a ballot, which they will mark their scores. And then after you all eat dinner, we will then unveil and reward the Iron Chef 2010 for Ashland. Okay, I was just in the kitchen. Now understand, judges, that coming out first is your entry from Fran Blake and the school committee, the beef roulade. It looks amazing. I can see him back there right now. They're putting that, he made a nice burgundy wine sauce. All right, so again, here it comes. I see Mark leading the, come on out. Fran, Mark, Michael, all right. Oh, they look amazing. So beautiful. We can see it's a pinwheel effect. They've actually rolled that, and they've got, oh, look at that fresh garnish of fresh basil. Oh, nice. And then we're also at the same time, Chef Tempesta is serving his porchetta. Oh man, look at that. Bow tie pasta with some fresh vegetables. Amazing. That looks beautiful. Ah. Chief, I mean, that looks pretty amazing, don't you think?
Is this the hors d'oeuvres? This is the hors d'oeuvres first?
No, that's the main course. All right. Okay, so the judges have 2 of the 3 entries out. And we'll let them taste this for just a couple of minutes. Well, Tom says very tender on the roulade from the Blake team, and a very unique flavor. And what's that flavor that you pick up, Tom?
It's very similar to something I used to have as a kid that was a brajol. And very similar to that. The meat is very, very tender, really flavorful. And then what is it? Got a little prosciutto and something else in it. It's awesome. Awesome.
So Tom hit the nail right on the head, just like an Italian brajol. I know that's what Fran was going for. He used a flank steak, which is a very, very tender cut of meat. It comes from the inside belly, and it runs along the inside flap. And it wasn't very popular many years ago. It became very popular in the old days where they used that cut of meat for a London broil because the cut of the meat, the grain all goes one way, and when you cut it across the grain, very, very tender. It works very, very well in Asian cuisine also. So a very, very good cut of meat for this type of application. Mark, what do you think about the brajol or the beef roulade?
The roulade is, again, very, very good.
And have you tried the porchetta yet? Anyone? Anyone tried the Tempesta porchetta? Tom has had it all. All right. How about Chief? How about Kelly? Have you attacked any of these items? Do you have any comments?
This beef is very, very good.
So you love that? Okay. Also. Kelly, you like that also? Scott, are you enjoying that? All right, now I know you guys are all being good doobies here. There's got to be something that you might not find that's appealing to you, or is everything just wonderful? Everything's wonderful. There's no Simon Cowells on the judging panel here? Okay, all right, all right. I know if I had Principal Carney up here, he would be very... Okay, I can see the Baroni ladies are all in queue, ready to bring out the entry. Here we go. So we've got the chicken salt and, oh, look at that. And he even garnished the plate. We've got a carrot curl and a scallion flower. Woo. Baroni's pulling out all the stops. He wants to defend that title. Service, nice. Okay, ladies, they'll have the Cabernet next. Yes, all right. Oh, yes, that was the same costume or uniform, I should say, that they wore last year. They have the Baroni aprons with the flowers. Very, very nice touch. So the Baroni team has the chicken saltimbocca, and they also have a roasted potato with shiitake mushrooms. And they also have some really nice-looking vegetables, some roasted tomatoes, some snap peas, and some, it looks like a extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of herbs. Really, really nice looking plate presentation. Looks delicious. So everyone understands on the judging palette, the judging criteria is that taste, they can get up to 10 points. Then they're judged on plating, appearance, and presentation, which they would get 5 points on that. Team spirit, they can get another 5 points total on that. So the total points that they could get if they had a perfect score would be 20 for the evening. Have any of the judges tried the Saltimbocca as of yet? Tom?
Saltimbocca is great. It's actually very crisp on the outside, very tender. The shiitake mushrooms are unbelievable too on it.
Do you agree, Kara?
I do agree. The mushrooms tasted very fresh, and that's what I noticed immediately.
And then, Scott?
The vegetables are very good, very tasty.
Anything you'd like to add there, softball champion?
Yeah, the chicken is excellent.
Excellent on the chicken. All right. So the food is almost ready to rock and roll here. So wait, what is your name?
Julia.
What, Julia?
Julia.
Oh, it's Julia. And you are?
Caroline.
Caroline. Well, are you enjoying watching your dad chefing it?
What?
Do you like watching your dad be a chef for the evening?
Yeah, I get to be on TV.
There you go. You are on TV with your dad. All right. Enjoy. Enjoy. All right.
The full plate yet.
You haven't. So you're cutting a salad course?
I have to, my palate needs one thing at a time.
I understand. Okay, so you're one of the guys that has to make sure that the potato doesn't touch the chicken. I get it. I have a lot of people like that. Awesome. All right. Everyone else enjoying everything?
Great.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Any favorites?
Chicken.
Chicken. Beef.
Saltimbocca.
Saltimbocca, okay. The motley crew over here, the film crew from Ashland, WACA-TV. Will, you've been kind of like the godfather of Ashland Cable for a long time, right? You've been involved in everything. What do you think about Iron Chef 2010?
I have to say that the porchetta this year is far superior than last year. But the chicken is cooked tender and moist, and the sauté, the sauce is very well done. So I have to say the Saltimbocca.
All right, Saltimbocca favorite by Will. All right, so our young lads are you guys all seniors, juniors? What are you guys?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior, senior. So you guys realize this is all for you guys, right? So you guys enjoying all of the food tonight?
Yeah.
Any favorites?
Well, I didn't get any of the chicken because Will ate it all.
Oh.
So far, it's the pork.
So far, the porchetta. How about you guys? Chicken. 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 Okay, well, the chicken seems to be an odds-on favorite with the Ashland Cable crew. Charlie, what do you think? Been growing up in the restaurant business, what do you think? You have any favorite? The what? It's all right. Okay. All right. He's a little critical. Thank you, Simon Cowell. Gentlemen, tell us about everything that you've done. What an amazing job. We've heard nothing but rave reviews.
Yeah.
So, yeah, rave reviews. It's right down the middle. Everyone is even. Tell us about what you made, how you did it, and I thank you very much for your time.
Well, we have Master Chef Fran here. He came up with this beautiful recipe. The rest of us have been slaving in the kitchen all afternoon, so we have to have him tell you about
So, all right, Chef Fran, please tell us about your cuisine.
It's a flank steak that's stuffed with Swiss cheese, prosciutto, blanched asparagus, roasted red peppers, and
top secret sauce.
Top secret sauce. Can't give it out. Sell it to McDonald's though.
Okay, well that's good.
Over a bed of rice pilaf.
Well, I tell you, Fran was involved last year. I don't remember if Mark was involved last year, but I know Fran was. You were working with Baroni's team, I think. And Fran, with Tempesta, I'm sorry. But Fran's also on the Lions Club. He's involved, he is so into this town, as everyone here is. He does an amazing job, and I just want to thank you. The food came up phenomenal, and I tried it earlier. It was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, good luck. Hopefully we'll see you up here with that award-winning trophy. The defending champion himself, Stephen Baroni. And Steve, when you talk, you got to push this thing right up to your lips. Please tell us about what you made tonight and the love that went into this, and about your crew, and we thank you again.
Thank you, Steve. Tonight we made a chicken saltimbocca that consists of sauteed chicken breast topped with fresh prosciutto ham, fresh sage, mozzarella cheese, spinach, and topped with a sherry, cream, mushroom, and shallot sauce. I hope you're enjoying it if you're eating it. We also have, as side dishes tonight, we have a mix of roasted potatoes, combination of sweet, regular, and red bliss that are sauteed and roasted in garlic and rosemary. And then for vegetable, we have a medley of roasted vegetables consisting of snap peas, red and yellow peppers, and carrots. I want to thank my crew for helping out. We got a bunch of wonderful servers here tonight. A lot of them are repeat from last year. Without them, I couldn't do it. And I have two gentlemen in the kitchen, two cooks I want to thank, Manny and David, who've been with me all day and during the week as well. So I hope you all enjoy it. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you for coming out, and have a good night.
Steve, thank you very much. Incredible job. All right, good luck. There are two votes. There were the judges' vote, and then there was the people's vote. For the judges' vote, with a total of 110.5. This is the judges. The winner was, you gotta win both of them. The winner was Stephen Baroni. Now, the people's vote to crown the champion of 2010 Iron Chef with 76 points was again the champion for the second year in a row, Stephen Baroni. Stephen Baroni. Congratulations. So how do you feel about that? 2 years in a row.
Well, this year there was a lot of pressure to repeat, but obviously we did it. But it was great. I had a lot of fun, and I thank Mike and I thank Fran for their competitive edge. Kept me a little sharper this year, but also I want to thank you, and it was a great night. Thank you.
Well, Michael, I want to thank you again for a great year. I'm going to miss you next year. Does that mean you're going to make a guest appearance?
I'd love to. I'd love to.
And Fran, your first year, your rookie year out of the gate, it was a great time.
It's a learning curve. I'm going to work on that.
It's a learning curve. So, the strange thing about this is now if you were coming back next year like a three-peat, would you then consider yourself like a dynasty, like the Patriots and the Red Sox, or, you know, I might have to give up this mic and compete against him next year. Whoa! I don't know. Well, the thing is, the food was amazing. It was great, and you know, I'm glad that you won. Maybe he'll retire. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you for 2010 Iron Chef. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all of your support for the auction. Please make sure that you tell all of your neighbors and your friends and everything about how the event was. And we've got to take a couple of minutes, and we've got to thank the people that really put this on every single year. It's the heart, blood of the event. It's Fran Firth and Kara Pitt. I mean, these two, it was like their brainchild. They came up with this thing. They approached me last year. You would not be here on a Saturday night raising all the money for the kids if it wasn't for you and all the hard work and the dedication that you have to the kids in the school. I mean, these two are out there every single weekend with the kids in sports, and they're in the schools, and they give all of their time, and then their husbands are just there right by their side, and I thank you. We all thank you. Well, my pleasure. So, and also thanks to the PTO, Maureen I met earlier, right, and everyone, and all of the, Andy Rund, and everyone that was here. Is there anyone else that we forgot that we need to thank? Lou Imhoff. In the kitchen, Lou and Paul, thank you. And then, of course, Ashland Cable, and then all of the volunteers for tonight, all of the families.